Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. As you will see, I've been doing some things, going back over some pages and making some changes. Just checking to make sure my framing is okay here. Looks like it is. And sorry, that light's getting in the way. Okay. So, as you can see here, I worked on the windows on the door, added some detail, and then I added shadow here. For some reason it's having trouble focusing. It's almost like there's too much light. Back it off a little bit. There we go. So that's cool. And then I added, I've done a lot since we last, I think I added that, I'm not sure, but I don't think I did. Okay, so I added windows here, detail, pipe detail, the vat, I made it, added shadows in there, so that's way more detailed than it was. I added some detail to the hatchet, and then also to the city here. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of re-emphasize some stuff that I had been rushing through a little bit too fast. I don't think I added anything here. I added fog to this, so there's some fog around here, and I think I added these stadium people last time. But yeah, there's not much. Oh, here I added quite a bit of detail to the bridge. That turned out really well. I was happy with that. Oh, I added might have to get up a little closer to see that. Let's see if I can get the light. The light has been an issue, hasn't it? Let me see if I can back off the light a bit. There we go. I added the popcorn there. I detailed the bell and him standing outside the window looking in, and then I detailed the popcorn being poured all over his face. That took a little while, but I think it's hilarious. And then I still have to add the popcorn to the street behind them, but I added detail to that. And I need to add the popcorn in his beard, but that's something I can do digitally, but sometimes I want to do it freehand first just to get an idea of what I'm going for. I added window detail here, a little bit of shading here, some shading around there. I don't know how much of that I did, but I know I added the window shading. I've been adding that so that you get that texture and feel. These will look more like dodgeballs once we add the lines in, but I wanted to do that maybe in red so that they look like dodgeballs a little bit more. I added the rocks and shading, the shading from the bridge, the detail of the bridge under his feet, and then some darkness to Bot as well. Here I just added the city and made sure this detailed outline made sense for the silhouette. So they're heading up the hill. Here, same thing, added the shading to the right, and then from here shading down from above, because if it's overcast, all light would probably come down since it's raining on them in that. Here I added shading to the Ohio arch thing and to our little dog, Gurr, and then to the bridge, a little shading underneath the bridge. This one turned out great. I'm really happy with this. Wolf, I added Wolf in here, or Skip as he names him, so you get some of that shading detail there, and then you get like this fur look that I've been going for. But I continue that onto the snow page, which I decided to use kind of gray for snow. So I won't be adding a whole lot except like some bluish texture to the sky, and then of course digitally man's face. But then you get the ears, which are really silly looking. I might add gray paw prints just to match the gray for the snow. And then again, the wolf and the house on the hill. Here we got wolf, or Skip, looking good. And I added shading again and some detail. And then this is where I left off. I still need to add window detail. But I wanted to stay away from window detail here because the fire's inside, it's casting light out, which is why the shadows are where they are. The light's going to be cast out. So this whole area will be shaded more because of the darkness from the awning. And then I need to do these windows as well. And then the table scene where they're sleeping next to the fire. Did the shading for that, but nothing else. So let's go back to beginning and add the things I was talking about adding. And this is something I do just part of the process is I'm deciding, okay, where do I want to add detail? Where is it fine to leave off? Is there anything I missed? Even right before I got on, I added detail here and there. I thought it needed it. I added the shading there right before I got on to do the stream. And those little last minute touches are good. It's okay. Just looking to see where I wanted to add detail. I think it was, yeah, here's where we started talking about adding a little detail. So we're just gonna go in and add little flakes of popcorn. Because we're so far away, we can't really add much detail. Just trying to give little black dots next to the white ones to give it a little bit of shading. Hope everyone's doing well today. It snowed here this morning, which I thought was kind of crazy. I guess it was expected, but it's Indiana. You never know when you're gonna get some snow. that popcorn in there. I think that's all I wanted to do for this page. Obviously, I haven't worked on this page. I think I want to rework it. I'm not sure exactly how yet, but like I said, my friend Matt did a 3D render of this page, and I'm trying to figure out how to use that to help incorporate the correct look and feel of the table. So I might come back to that and do it differently than I originally did for more accurate shapes. I don't think I did anything here. And that'll be like that. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, the paw prints. So, I think it was this gray. I'll try it out and see. Yeah. I also drew out another page to fit the narrative. And I'll show you not only that, but what happened. I accidentally forgot to scan one of the pages, so I'm gonna have to print some more watercolor pages, just a couple at least. That's okay. Got a pretty good handle on the process now, so I'm not quite as nervous or worried about how things turn out. Yeah, that looks better. Snow's hard to draw because it's just white, so you have to figure out some way to show differences. I just realized we don't have, if this is coming back like that, we need there we go. Otherwise the shadow's not showing. Alright, window time. use a darker color for the other windows because they're under that awning. I don't think I'm gonna give them the shade lines either. Or the shine lines, I guess I should say. Maybe these, because they could be reflecting further out. I don't know. We'll look and see how that feels. Might end up covering them up. Maybe just this middle one. And I know windows are more complicated than this in real life. They reflect everything, which is why they're very difficult to replicate. But we're not going for a real life look. It's more cartoonish. So it is okay if we don't get everything realistic. As long as you can recognize what it is. To see what color I end up doing the pillars and poles and stuff before I was gonna shade this in, but I don't think I would want to do that. Try and make it look like there's a cloud. See how that goes. Maybe one more right there. It's pretty decent. Maybe that same cloud here. And no shine, because it's further back in the side of the building. Yeah, works. Let's see. Just realized I forgot. This is a window too. All right, now I need to think about if there's any other shading I want to do or anything like that. I'm planning on adding some stars up in here, and once I get that glow from this, the side will be yellow or like a bright reflection of the glow. The same for like this pole, probably this curb, minus, oh, I didn't think about that. It's just slight. Yeah, sometimes there's double shadows, so I'm gonna do that. looks good. So to give you an example of how color will work, say these chairs are brown, they won't be, but say they're brown, this would be a light brown with some yellowish orange tint because of the, on the very corner, and then this would be a dark brown because it's facing away from the fire in the shade, and that'll give that look of like the light working the way it's supposed to work. Looks like next up we have another memory of him eating with his dad. I have yet to figure out how I don't want to bore you with doing black around the edges like I did that one stream, so we'll skip this one. I'll come back to it when I'm not on stream. And we'll shade the next title page. Alright, this is snow. Pretty sure. Let me look and make sure. Yeah, this is snow. So, his footprints. Tire tracks. Now you might notice I'm doing the shadows lighter, and that's kind of intentional. I want snow to feel lighter, and I know normally in real life snow would show sometimes harsher shadows because it's so bright. but I think that would be a mistake. It would look really drastic, and I don't want the background to be, I don't want it to stand out too much. So I'm using this to shade it a lighter tone than our other shading to give it that snow feel, that light feel. I just decided that, and it makes sense to me, so. That's one nice thing about working on your own comics. Without an artist, there's a lot of pluses to having an artist with you, and I don't regret that decision at all to not draw stuff before this, but the plus is I can choose and pick what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and no one's telling me any different opinions. I mean, I guess you can, but in the end, it's my comic, and I'm gonna do it how I see it coming out, and what I think are the best decisions, and that's a plus, because normally I have to consider everybody and what they might be thinking and how they might be thinking it, and can just get a bit tiring to do it that way. Yeah, so I spent 3 hours at the local college here, IW, drawing, doing the watercolor like I'm doing now for pages, and I was having a blast. It's really great, but the only reason I stopped is arthritis, which made me feel very old. My hands were in a lot of pain, because there was some detail work, and I don't know, my hands just started hurting, and I'm only 34, but apparently arthritis is after me already. So I went home with my head high because I had gotten a lot done, but also feeling a little bit old because I had to leave because of arthritis. Okay, I got all the shading I wanted to get on this one. I don't see anything else. Yeah. If you want to see that a bit closer. Crossroads of nowhere, Indiana. I don't think I want to do much with shading here in this cold man. Oh, let me show you the, the page I drew. So here's the idea for the scene transition. So it's going to have city names, and it'll be this over and over. Bot gives alert, they walk the other way. And this is very quick sketch. It won't look quite this crazy. But then the final panel, California, it'll be the same here, but then there he's saying no, and then he tells the bot to shut down. It'll be that scene. But that scene is the one that I forgot to scan, so if we go back to our paper copy, which I learned this lesson a long time ago, don't throw stuff away until you're all done with the project. That page right there never got scanned. The one where he told him to shut down and then held him. So I scanned it, and now I have to, get it printed on watercolor paper and all that. But that's a pretty important page not to have. So once I figured out what was missing, because I couldn't figure it out at first, then I was good to go on everything. Okay. So we have, alright, this might be a little tougher. Let's take our shading. We're gonna mind. It's weird. Made a loud noise in my headphones. And then we'll have shading coming this direction. Now we're gonna do the window again, because this is a big window. Actually, let's do the detail of the window first. Looks like I freehanded this originally, because it's all wavy. I won't worry about the edges because that's going to be panel outline. I thought about doing like a light that's just on the mannequin for humor's sake, but I thought it's not really necessary and it might be slightly confusing, like why is this lit up? So I just went for realism instead. Again, just a choice. I could have done either. I feel like I'm running low on ink with this one, which isn't good. There's a lot of pages left, so I think I have another pack of these. Just have to grab the exact same color out or a similar color. bit stuffy today. Just can't get over the sinus issues. Weather changes, my body goes crazy. This is where patience comes in, just being willing to sit here and fill in the huge space. So what I plan to do after this window's done is I'll go in with some colors and over top of this window, even though it's supposed to be behind it, I'll fill in just lightly with color. So this whole sign, that whole sign, this, and the mannequin. The platform, all that'll be a color. I really need to look for my other bag. Let me show you the bag I've been using. So I have two of these, and they have all these in them. All these pens, brush pens. I have two of them. They accidentally sent me one and said I could keep it. I was like, okay. So I just need to find the other one. It's probably in the closet somewhere. That's what happens when you move. It's just not coming out very much. Give it some water and do this and see if I can get it to come out a bit more. I might also shake it a bit. Try it off. Try again. Okay. Still got some water in it. goodness, it's super low on the... Alright, let's try this. It's okay that our mannequin thing is kind of disappearing because we're going to layer over the original lines again and we'll get those back. So it's okay that they feel like they're disappearing a bit. Now I'm just going over the whole window for consistency. Sit on the floor and dry. Might have time for one more. And this feels dried out, so next time I'll see if I can find it. Now that was in that direction. All right. Well, I will look for this watercolor, see if I can get that better. But yeah, I mean, this page wasn't too rough. The other stuff wasn't too bad. Oh, here, let's do this. If I have any left in this, let's do this pole right here. There we go. Apparently it's working now. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Yeah, if you're interested in purchasing any of the books, you can get that at matchstickcomics.com or the link in the bio. Hope you've enjoyed this time. I have. I always do. And I'll be working on this all this week when I have free time and into the weekend. But next week I'm on a family vacation, so I will not be streaming on Sunday of next week. We'll skip a week and then I will be back the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so not Thanksgiving Sunday, but the Sunday after that. So see you in 2 weeks. Have a good Thanksgiving break. Enjoy your family. Think about your blessings, what you're thankful for. Remember, creativity's fun. I really enjoy this, and I enjoy doing that with you. So I am blessed that you're here. Have a good day.